Welcome to Fast Track Gains. I'm here to help you accelerate your gains. This is the third episode of my third series, cardio training. The last video is all about the training intensity. This video is all about the training volume. And the title of this episode is The Guidelines Deserve More Respect. Wait, how can you change your tune so quickly? Weren't you talking about that the default recommendation for everyone else may not be the best way for yourself? Well, that is definitely the case for 10,000 steps a day. But for the cardio training volume, the problem is somewhat different. Although the standard exercising guidelines are spot on the cardio training volume, most people just choose to willfully not adhere to it. Why? Well, there are some very good reasons. But before I give out those reasons, please like this video and subscribe to this channel. It takes less than a second, costs you nothing, and will help me a great deal in delivering the most efficient muscle building knowledge to the whole world. I really appreciate your support. Now, back to my video. Why do people choose to willfully ignore the cardio training volume recommended by the exercising guidelines? Look, I'm a certified trainer myself. I have done my cert for training, and I've trained people. So, obviously, I know the exercising guidelines. But just in case if you are not familiar with it, here are the general exercising guidelines for adults. It is a combination of cardio and weights. Number 1, 2.5 to 5 hours of moderate intensity cardio, or 1.25 to 2.5 hours of vigorously intensity cardio per week, or a combination of both. And number 2, muscle strengthening activities at least 2 days each week. As muscle hypertrophy is the default fitness culture, point number 2 has been hammered home many times. I'm sure you have seen trainers keep pushing the importance of at least twice a week whole body training on different fitness channels and in numerous commercial gyms. And not surprisingly, the importance of at least 150 minutes of moderate intensity cardio, though even more important to your health than weight training, has been completely relegated. People rarely consider this part as the priority in their training programs. It's always an afterthought at best, if not completely ignored. Fitness professionals keep telling you that just walking 10,000 steps a day is enough. And there are even people promoting the idea of allocating all your training time to just weight training, which in my eyes is never going to fly. But hey, you have seen so many gym bros doing that every day. It's really interesting to see both the warm welcome that weight training enjoys and the utter indifference that cardio training receives from exactly the same exercising guidelines. And trust me, I'm not joking. I've done so many consultations with so many clients and have yet to encounter one client that is aware at least 150 minutes of moderate intensity weekly cardio. And when I mention this, everyone is trying to fudge it by saying, I just do some walking every day, or I do some household like mowing or cleaning on weekends, so that should be enough. And my answer will always be, no, you cannot fudge it. 150 minutes of moderate intensity cardio training does not mean 150 minutes of physical activity. They are not the same thing. With 150 minutes of physical activity, your mind is free to wander anywhere and you can multitask. Whereas with 150 minutes of moderate intensity cardio training, you have to concentrate. And that means you cannot multitask when you are doing it. And yes, that's what the exercising guidelines are really recommending. Boring as moderate intensity cardio training can be, you still have to dedicate 150 minutes of concentration to it, like riding ellipticals 50 minutes for 3 times every week. If you look at the cardio training volume through this lens, you will suddenly realize that this is actually not an easy to fudge training volume for many so-called fitness professionals. They're definitely not incorporating this in their own training programs. And that's the reason for the title of this video. The guidelines deserve more respect. Stop treating 150 minutes of moderate intensity weekly cardio like a child's play and start adhering to it seriously. Now you have realized that 150 minutes of weekly moderate intensity cardio training is quite a challenging task for a lot of people. You may want to ask below 2 questions. Question number 1. What if I only had 90 minutes in total to train in a week? I cannot squeeze more time. And what about my weight training? Well, if you only really have 90 minutes to train in a week, you need to devote all the 90 minutes to your cardio training, like riding bikes 45 minutes twice a week. 90 minutes of moderate intensity cardio training is, in my opinion, the minimum weekly volume for you to maintain your cardiovascular fitness. Notice I said maintain, not improve. Just like twice a week whole total body training is required to maintain your muscle mass, 90 minutes of moderate intensity cardio is required for you to maintain your cardiovascular fitness. And in relation to weight training, I say, forget about it if you really only have 90 minutes to train in a week. That's my honest answer. And I have said this answer so many times to my clients during the consultation, despite this answer is against my personal interest. Like Dr. Andy Galpin jokingly said, if you are so unfit that you're tying your shoes in your warm-up and you're already breaking a sweat, then you probably don't have enough fitness to do enough training to get enough hypertrophy.
We sort of joke, like if you're so unfit that you're tying your shoes in your warm up and you're already breaking a sweat, you probably don't have enough fitness to do enough training to get enough hypertrophy. So that is in fact your limiting factor. You're not recovering. You're super fatigued and damaged and sore because you're so unfit. So get fit first, and then you can actually get more gains.
So before you think about getting jacked, please think about getting fit first. Question number 2. But what about the interference effect? Isn't cardio going to kill my gains? So many fitness professionals caution that cardio will consume my muscle mass. Surely there's a maximum amount of cardio that I cannot exceed to ensure that I can still make gains. Well, there's only a minuscule amount of truth in the statement of cardio is going to kill your gains. If you're doing tons of cardio, for example, more than 10 hours a week without any weight training whatsoever, then yes, you will lose some muscle mass. However, this is where the guidelines deserve more respect once again. It recommends that you weight train twice a week, provided that if you do that, and you stay away from running as your cardio modality, you can do up to 5 hours of moderate intensity steady state cardio. And how many people have 5 hours just for this boring stuff on top of regular weight training? Almost nobody. So in reality, there's never such a thing as excessive cardio unless you are an endurance athlete. In fact, you can definitely do more than 5 hours of cardio in a week and still make gains. Once again, use myself as an example. I'm currently doing 6 to 8 hours of cardio every week, and I can still make progress. Again, the reason for the title of this video. The guidelines deserve more respect. Train with weights twice a week and challenge yourself with 5 hours of cardio if you really want to lose some muscle. And good luck with that. Summary. The minimum amount of cardio per week is 90 minutes. That is the amount of cardio you have to do to maintain your cardiovascular fitness. And there's virtually no maximum amount of cardio per week provided if you weight train twice a week. Alright, that wraps up the training volume of your cardio training. The next episode will be the best cardio training modality. Please stay tuned. Thank you for watching this video, and I will see you all in the next one. Peace out.